I'm Caitlin Brinza, and this is live from Studio A, and I'm joined in the studio with Rich Mattson and the North Stars. Welcome, everyone.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
And we have three of you here today. Kyle is sick, so
yes,
there's
we're missing
no bass.
Kyle. Hopefully he's listening.
But we have Rich, we have Germaine, and then we also have Chris on percussion. I'm really excited. It's been a little while since we've had you in the studio. I think the last time we had the two of you in was 2021. So
right.
Sounds about right.
Welcome to our new space.
Thank you. Love it.
And we're here to talk about your new album, Wake Up Songs, which was released February 27th. And we have a bunch of fun things to talk about there, but let's get started with the song.
Cool. This is the first song on that new album. It's called Rendezvous with a Star. This is what came out as a single maybe almost 2 years ago already. But it's the first song on the album. We're going to do it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is live from Studio A with Rich Mattson and the North Stars, and that song, Rendezvous with a Star. And I have a note, it was released in May of 2024, so almost 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have a couple of questions about that song in particular, but first, will you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, I just was kind of messing around with that riff, that and I kind of had in mind this kettle drum that a friend of mine gave me, dug-a-dum, dug-a-dum, and kind of had this galloping thing, and kind of made me think about wandering and wanderlust and how I've kind of been sitting around the house a lot lately and kind of want to get the heck out of here and go do something different. And the words just kind of spilled out and got to the chorus, and I said, "All pies in the sky baked for you." I just thought that was kind of funny, and that stuck. I don't know.
And it was pretty cool because when he released that single, he sent it off to Doug March, who for Built to Spill, who, because of that song and Rich sending it, we got to go tour 2 weeks with Built to Spill. So that was really fun for us.
Yeah, that was, I think, a 10-week tour with them.
It was a 10-day tour.
10-day tour.
So it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, I guess. We got to get out and do something fun.
Yeah, and that song, you're right, it has a lot of movement to it, and so does the music video that I was watching.
Yeah.
And where was the music video for all of our listeners?
That was in the UP. I have this clip on the dashboard of it. I wasn't holding it in my hand or nothing, but I thought, well, this might be neat. Put the time lapse on and just let it rip for, I don't know, it's probably 2 hours driving, and I played it back. I'm like, wow, this came out really neat.
Going up Brockway Mountain.
Oh, that's awesome. I shouldn't say this as somebody who's grown up in Minnesota, but I've never been to the UP before, so it was very fun to see that.
Kind of driving through the Porcupine Mountains and that area on our way back from Houghton.
And that single was released in 2024. Was there a thought that you were going to bring this song with the album? Like, was that the starting of thinking about this new album, Wake Up Songs?
Yeah, we had a couple of leftovers from out there, and then the way I do it, so I've got this recording studio, and I record a lot of other people, and in between sessions, we'll try and catch a moment where I can record my own stuff. And I've been demoing stuff, and I did a demo of that song and a couple other ones. And whenever we can get together and track, we'll do it. And this one kind of took a long time because there was just so much other stuff to do, just catching up from after the whole COVID thing and everything, and just didn't feel like really sitting in a room working on stuff. Just mostly wanted to get out and do other stuff.
Mm-hmm. And I read that you said that this album has been a session here, a session there, with the full band coming together to record instead of each person just doing a different clip.
Well, out there, we kind of cobbled that together through the pandemic. Our drummer sent us tracks from he lives in, that was Keeley Lane at the time. He lives up in Wyoming, up down by Forest Lake. So he was sending me drum tracks that and I'd put those in, and then Kyle, our bass player, was emailing me his tracks. It was all kind of cobbled together. It sounds like we're all playing together, and I think we did have a couple songs that we all played together. But this one, I really wanted to get the sound of the band, and Chris and Calvin Lund, Chris Petrak, our drummer here today, we did that tour, and we came back sounding pretty tight, and I really wanted to capture that and get this version of the band recorded.
And for people like me who don't know, when you're recording with a band, when they're all together, is it still individual tracks when you're playing the songs and then recording it? Or
yeah,
cool.
It is, but it kind of bleeds together, and there's an energy there that's undeniable, and it makes you happy to listen to it, just knowing that you played together. That's
amazing. And this is your 7th full-length album for Rich Mattson and the North Stars, but you have a lot of stuff going on since the last time we saw you, which is that 2022 album out there, as well as a 3-disc acoustic Spartan Tracks album, and working Sparta Sound, working with the Rangers, which you were just over our airwaves not that long ago. Is there anything else that I've missed so far of what has been going on since we last saw you?
The Rangers, well, we've been backing up Keith Secola on a lot of stuff.
Yep, and Gary Farmer.
And I play with Dave Rave and the Governors. That band did 3 albums in that span of time. I think what was the first of this trilogy, I think it came out in maybe 2021 or 2022, but we made 3 albums with Dave Rave and the Governors. Dave Rave is a guy from Hamilton, Ontario, who comes to my studio twice a year, and we write and record songs in the studio. These records don't get a lot of attention. There's no promotion behind it, but wow, there's some neat stuff. So there was that, and that acoustic trilogy. Backing up Keith Secola. What else did we do, Germaine?
Oh my goodness.
A lot of camping, a lot of
We
fooling around.
Well, we're excited to have you back in the studio.
Oh,
And this
thank you for having
album,
us.
Wake Up Songs, is really fun to listen to. I feel like every single song has a different sound to it. And
Thanks.
I think that blows my mind. I'm amazed with like how vastly different Rendezvous with the Star is to Not the Answer and Disappear. They all sonically are so far different. Like I wasn't knowing what to expect with each different song.
Well,
and
hopefully it
was
all
really
sounds like the
great.
same band, though.
Absolutely. Just different feelings to each song, which I
Cool.
thought was amazing. And I read that Wake Up Songs reflects an upbeat and provocative song, and I really felt that way too when I was listening to it, where I was like, oh man, these songs are really fun to listen to. And then I was reading the lyrics and I was like, oh, whoa,
Yeah,
this is amazing.
right
So
on.
really great album. Thank you for producing it, and
All right.
it's wonderful.
Thanks.
Let's hear another song.
We're gonna feature Germaine on this next tune.
Here's a song I wrote called Karmic Debt. And this goes a little like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't you look the other way. Don't pretend that it's okay. 'Cause everything you do and say will come back somehow, some way. Doesn't really matter what you want. Doesn't really matter what you need. The time is now, it's a new day. So please be kind and namaste. Mindfulness lest we forget. To repay our karmic debt. Does it really matter what you want? Does it really matter what you need? Does it really matter much it seems? Does it really matter what you want? Does it really matter what you need? Does it really matter much it seems? So don't hesitate. Fall in love will conquer hate. You see. And please be kind, so you can ease a weary mind like me. It's the cause and the effect. It's the law, it's karmic debt. It's the cause and the effect. It's the law, it's karmic debt.
Rich Mattson and the North Stars here on Live from Studio A. And Germaine, you said that you wrote this song.
I sure
Karmic
did.
Debt.
Yes, I did.
Will you tell us a little bit about this song?
Oh, well, I think the worldly events kind of inspired me to write the song in this past several months. And I think we all probably know what karma is, that universal law. And karmic debt is just kind of a, not really punishment, just balancing, those energies.
Goes
So-
around, comes around.
Yes, you know how it works, everyone.
And I think that this song fits really well within the album Wake Up Songs, just with the themes of different topics of things that people
Right.
are facing throughout. Is that part of the reason why that song was introduced into this album, as opposed to, I know that you've made music on your own instead of doing something like that?
Right, and I've contributed many of my own works and songs to all the North Stars projects because, of course, it was augmented out of Rich and I's folk duo. But yeah, that was my one for this album. I usually throw as many as I can on the album, but this time it was just the one that I had to offer.
Yeah. How does songwriting go when it comes to having a big group of people? I know there are three of us, well, band members in here, but there's a lot of people who are on this album. So what kind of process does that go for?
Well, up until the North Stars, I really didn't collaborate with anybody. I wrote all the stuff myself, and I would demo tunes, and I still do that. But with Germaine, we started collaborating and working on songs together and writing together. Sometimes she'd come to me with a guitar part and a melody, and we'd hammer out the lyrics. And so that's been a lot of fun, and I started collaborating a lot with Dave Rave and just learning how to work with other people in writing songs, and it's not that easy, but it can be done, and once you get into a rhythm at it, it's really fun.
Yeah, and really, I would think rewarding having that experience, like working and collaborating with people for the album.
Yeah.
Do you? Oh, sorry.
Oh no, it's just nice to have other people's input.
Do you think that running Sparta Sound and having a bunch of different voices coming in through the studio, do you think that has swayed some inspiration here and there for some of your songs?
Well, that's a tough question. I mean, I record so many different people and such a variety of music. It's just I get pretty quick at setting up the microphones and getting levels and stuff like that, and I'm ready to rock, pretty quick. I'll get stuff dialed in and set up and up and running. But I mean, as far as influencing the work that I do, I don't know. I compartmentalize it pretty well. Where when I'm working with another artist, it's all about them. I don't think about my music at all. Mm-hmm. And it's just, I'm just encouraging them and what would I want out of a recording experience? What would I want real nice headphones and a good sound when I come back into the control room to listen. I just try to get it set up the way I would want to have it if I were to go to a recording studio.
Awesome. Yeah, I've heard a lot of artists who have come in through these studios who have recorded their albums and have glowing reviews and talk about your dog also. That's one.
Very memorable.
They say it was a really great experience and also their dog is phenomenal.
Nice. Yeah.
For when it comes to recording this album, Wake Up Songs, it took about 2 years. How much of that was more so the songwriting part of it, and how much was getting everybody into the space?
The songwriting usually just kind of happens. I don't know how long that takes ever. It's like almost like I'm in a trance or something. It just kind of happens, and I don't recall exactly what I was thinking during the process. But I think the hardest part is just getting the mix right, getting the overdubs perfect. But the part where everybody's there and we're all playing together, that's fun and time flies. It doesn't seem like time goes by at all. Having Chris living nearby too, It's
that helps a lot.
we get him over to jam and record pretty
When
often.
you start writing songs, they come out pretty quick. I'll get a text. Here's one I wrote. Here's one. There's another sarcastic one or whatever. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just start going, and you can feel it just works out.
I think when you last joined us, you said that you've written about 300 songs, and that was back in 2021. Where do you think that you're at right now?
I don't know. I haven't taken inventory, but I am working on a binder that has all the lyrics to everything that I've released, and then some other stuff. But I haven't like counted them up or anything. But I'm trying to keep them all in one place, just in case I want to return to some old stuff.
Yeah, that's a great point. When you write these albums, do you go back at any point and you're like, this didn't make this one album and I really wanted to bring it to something else, but it just didn't feel right for whatever reason?
We actually did that with one of the songs on this album that didn't go on the last album.
Yeah, actually, the next song we're gonna play was I had the music for it, but I wasn't never happy with the lyrics, so it took me a long time to finish the song. And there's some songs that I wrote a long time ago that I listened back to, and they maybe they just need to go in the garbage. They're not all album worthy.
Or some of them have the bones are there, just need to be
or
reworked.
I just can't get past the lyrics that I have, and I don't like the lyrics or something, and I can't figure out how to redo them or make them better. So.
Well, I'm excited to hear that song, but before we hear that last song for today, you have the album release show coming up at Bent Paddle on Saturday the 21st, starting at 7 o'clock and running until 9. Is the full band going to be there for that?
That'll be the full band, yep. It'll be Germaine and me, Chris Petrak on the drums, and Kyle Westrick on the bass.
Amazing.
Because he's going to feel better, right, Kyle? You're listening, right?
Kyle's our regular bass player, but Calvin Lund played bass on the album on most of the tracks. Although Kyle did play on 2 songs. There've been a few different North Stars over the years, and we're all friends, and we help each other out.
It's a collaboration.
Yeah.
And Calvin joined you on your tour. Mm-hmm. When it comes to working with different artists for one specific project, is there a certain level of like kind of wiggle room where they bring their own interpretation a little bit, or is it kind of like this is how we want it to sound and this is like what we're going for?
I kind of have a pretty good idea what I want to get out of it, but I'm open to ideas. Absolutely.
It's amazing.
For a while we had Ryan Young from Trampled by Turtles on the violin, and boy, he would come at things out of left field where you couldn't tell him what to play. He'd throw in something that was amazing, and you sit there and go, "What
Didn't
the
have to tell
heck
him.
was that?" This is cool. Yeah.
And for the album release show, it's a 2-hour set. Are there going to be some songs that you're bringing in from the past, or some different covers that you're bringing in that people can?
I think we're going to do all original stuff.
We're going to do all
for the
original,
show.
but we will be
Amazing.
bringing in
And-
some songs from different albums, too. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we'll try and do everything off the new one, of course, and then all our songs are under 4 minutes, so we'll play a lot of tunes.
Right.
So for people who have been listening to you all for a while, they're gonna hear some tunes that they know.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
And once again, that is Saturday the 21st at Bent Paddle, starting at 7 o'clock. And you already had a album release show when the album was officially released at Cloudland Theater.
Cloudland,
Cloud-
yes,
yep.
in Minneapolis.
Yeah, right on February 27th, we played down there.
Amazing. And are there any other shows that is coming up for you all?
There is.
Yeah, we've got, next Thursday we're going to drive some records to Minneapolis and make some stops at some record stores and play at Lucky Cat Records. Do an in-store performance there next Thursday at 5 o'clock. Germaine and I are playing at the Zeitgeist Theater, opening for Junkyard. It's their album release show. I recorded their album, Junkyard. Great album. Great country folk album. What else? Oh, every first Thursday of the month, I play at the Orr House up in Gilbert.
Rich and I will also be at the Arrowhead, newly renovated Arrowhead, which is an awesome place downtown Virginia as a duo.
Yep, that's in April.
April 17th, yeah.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of stuff through the summer months with the full band, including a show at the 331 in Minneapolis. We'll be at Earth Rider in June. But yeah, lots of fun stuff coming up.
That's amazing. Where can people find you if they want to search up what you guys are doing?
Go to my website. It's www.richmattsonmusic.com. It's a pretty old-fashioned website. I keep it up to date with my Dreamweaver 3, and I always try to keep current dates on the calendar. So just check there, and you'll know where we're going to be.
I also love on your website, you have the gallery of all of your photos when you're going through. I was looking through that the other day, and it was really fun to just scroll around and see what you've been up to.
Yeah, there's a lot on there. There's a bio that is probably about the size of a small book by now, and a discography with all the bands that I ever recorded.
Whoa, that's amazing. So a lot of fun things on there if you check out that website. And we have time for one more song, which is the song that we've been waiting.
We're going to do Nighthawks.
Yeah.
Now, this is a song that I had the music for a long time, and eventually we got it down, and we had a special guest playing cello, John McMahon, who we met on the Built to Spill tour. He sent in a track from Boise, Idaho. Wish he was here today. But
Yes, we do.
we'll cover all the bases. Chris is going to play the djembe. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like an animal in a cage. I got it something like the end. The zookeeper says it's lights out. It's time to go to bed. I remember when we'd all stay out so late, and we drive on home till the sun came up. We leave again at 9 p.m. There was something going on. So here's a song now for the Nighthawks. Nocturnal bird in the corner of the lake. For the ones who are still awake in the atmosphere, I know you're there. Now you could shoot a cannon down the main street.
This is live from Studio A with Rich Mattson and the North Stars, and that song, Nighthawks, comes from the Wake Up Songs album. Thank you so much, Rich, Germaine,
Thank
Chris.
you
It's
so
been
much.
a pleasure having you all in.
Thanks for having us.
And is there anything else before we wrap up that you want to mention on the airwaves?
The black wolf symbolism represents powerful, untamed aspects of self, mystery, strength, instinct, and leadership, often embodying the shadow self.
And for our listeners, the album cover is of a black wolf, and that photo was. Will you tell me who took the photo?
Well, my
Sue
friend,
Melgeorge.
Sue Melgeorge, if you're listening, from Ely, Minnesota, she actually captured that on video. And
I saw that picture a year ago. I went, wow,
it's a
that's
very
an album cover.
cool sighting.
Yeah. And I remembered, after a year. I was
Seeing
like,
a black
that's-
wolf in
well,
the
we
snow
got our
is
album
pretty
cover.
cool.
It's amazing. I do love that I saw online that somebody said, "Is this your dog?" That was
Yeah.
I loved
Yeah,
that.
that'd be quite a dog.
And as somebody who I don't know what your dog looks like, I am going to think that this is your dog.
that's a pretty tough dog.
That'd be a good security system.
And we will have on our online, we'll post a photo of this cover art so our listeners can also view that as well. And once again, thank you so much.
Thank you
It's
so
been a
much.
pleasure.
You're welcome.
Today's Live from Studio A was produced by Christine Dean, Cameron Matthews, and I'm Caitlin Brinza, with funding provided by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. To listen to previous sessions, go to thenorth1033.org and click on music. This is Live from Studio A on the North 1033. Thanks for listening.